Hello everyone and welcome to our week 2 predictions video. Are you ready? I've got my police commissioner's hat on and I'm ready to start this week. I'm ready, Silas is ready, and we're ready for week 2 predictions. Our first matchup this week to go over is Nick Mowry, aka Fool's Gold, versus Break Every Shane, also known as Michael Atkinson. This is what I think will be a close matchup this week, but I'm predicting Michael Atkinson to squeak by with a 106-100 victory. I like Mike's team. You know, Drew Brees is great. I think DeMarco Murray is the main focal point of the Dallas offense right now. He has, just a very strong week ahead of him for him. Nick Foles, he kind of stumbled out of the gate last week and did pretty poorly, I believe. He ended up with some good fantasy points, but he didn't look impressive at all against the Jaguars. Nick does have Julius Thomas, but I have a feeling that Julius Thomas kind of got his touchdown receptions all during week 1. And I think that Mike will squeak by a victory this week against Nick Foles. Or against Nick Foles and Nick Mowry. So sorry, Nick, but you're not going to make it this week. You're going down. In fact, I hear a song playing, and it's, what's that sound? Oh, it's a Michael Atkinson victory. So congratulations, Mike. You're going to win this week. All right, our next matchup we're going to go over is the Rookies of the Year, a.k.a. Chris Kelly, against Dan Mowry, a.k.a. Ain't Nobody Got Time for That. Now, I really like Dan Mowry's team, Brother Dan Mowry. He's very solid. He's got Tom Brady, Rob Gronkowski. Le'Veon Bell has looked great in week 1. Adrian Peterson, of course, is, a legendary player. Rashard Jennings, Brother Dan almost beat me last week with Rashard Jennings. He had a nice touchdown run on Monday Night Football that actually gave Ain't Nobody Got Time for That the lead for a while. Thankfully, I had Ryan Matthews kind of came through for me to give me a victory there. But Dan Mowry's got a great team. I really like him to beat Chris Kelly this week. I think the final score will be 110-93. Brother Mowry came in third in points last week, but he's 0-1 because he played me, who was number 2 in points, and he lost. All right, our next matchup is the number 3 matchup this week is Minty Hippo versus Mayhem. That's Kate Mowry against Harrison May. Now, y'all may remember I predicted Kate Mowry to lose in week 1 in the beatdown of the week. She had a respectable performance against the commish, Daniel Lavoie. But this week, I'm actually going to predict her to win 83-75. Now, I really don't like either of these teams, particularly this week. Harrison, he has Jamal Charles. I think he may bounce back this week. He looked bad. He hardly gave Harrison any fantasy points week 1. And Matthew Stafford, he's going up against the Carolina defense. That's a tough defense. They're one of the best defenses in the NFL. And so I really think that Kate's going to whip out the BAM stick, and she's going to give him a nice whooping this week and win by a comfortable margin, 83-75. So Harrison, sorry, you're not going to win this week. You're going to go to 1-1. Sorry about your luck, but you know what? Sometimes you just can't take the heat. You got to get out the kitchen, and we're going to be laughing at you because you're going to lose to a girl this week. All right, and so our next matchup is Ray, Oops, I Hit Her Again, Rice, versus Team Batanzos, which is not a very creative team name. Come up with something better than that, or I will just change it for you. But, seriously, you can't think of a team name, Manuel? Alex Cronut? Come on, think of a team name, seriously. But, Manuel's team, he's kind of had a rough go at it recently. He got annihilated his first week. And Zach, on the other hand, he has a great team. All of his picks seem to be working out great. Percy Harvin looks like, he looks like he is going to be incredible this year. I think Aaron Rodgers is going to bounce back strong this week. Arian Foster for Zach gets to play the Raiders. It's going to be a great week to be a Zach Sifke fan. I just give thumbs up to his entire roster, really. He just looks great. Manuel and Alex, they have to deal with this Doug Martin injury. How are they going to deal with that? And, they really got to come up with some ideas of how to, order their roster so they can win this week. And sorry, but you know what? It's just not going to happen. I mean, Manuel, sorry, man. You're my buddy, but you're going to lose this week. This may just be the beatdown of the week. In fact, I am going to predict this will be the beatdown of the week. I predict Zach Sifke and Ray, oops, I hit her again, to really give them a nice bam and to Team Batonzo. So you're going down, Manuel, 118. That's right, 118 for Zach Sifke to 78. It won't be pretty. It won't be nice. It's going to be brutal. So thumbs up to Brother Zach. All right, our next matchup is one of our games of the week, the first game of the week, which is Hide Your Kids, Hide Your Wife against the league embarrassment of the Asgardian Hammers. The Asgardian Hammers did not show up last week. You may be wondering, why did they start a quarterback who did not play? Why do I have a hat on my head? Let's see if I can get this off of here. Thank you. But the Asgardian Hammers, I mean, seriously, like, that was pathetic. I've never seen a team score that few points in fantasy before. It was like, like sometimes you have a guy who just forgets to set his lineup and has like 5 guys on bye. They still score more points than the Asgardian Hammers. I don't know what happened there. I predicted them to win as well last week, so that's kind of my embarrassment of the week. But it's not going to happen this week. No way I'm picking the Asgardian Hammers and Garrett Harris to beat Hide Your Kids, Hide Your Wife. Hide Your Kids, Hide Your Wife, they have an all-around great team. Romo played bad last week, but at the end of the season, Romo's going to have 4,500 yards and 33 touchdowns or 36 touchdowns with maybe 12 interceptions. He's not going to have very many 1 touchdown, 3 interception games. I'm just grateful that I got a victory last week, and that was really only because of the strength of the rest of my team. Everyone seemed to put their best foot forward last week. Monte Ball looked great. Matt Forte was a strong performer. He had a lot of all-purpose yards. Didn't touch the end zone, though, but I expect him to score this week. Antonio Brown looked fabulous. He even he kicked the punter in the face, which was an incredible play. Unfortunately, it also got him fined, from what I understand. He should be getting a fine later today. But, Hide Your Kids, Hide Your Wife shouldn't have a hard time at all defeating the Asgardian Hammers. They're the Cellar Dweller team. They're just not good at all. I mean, there's really not too many good things you can say about the Asgardian Hammers other than, wow, you really laid an egg last week. So I believe that Creston wins this week. That's me, Creston, addressing myself in the third person, with 112 points to 75 for Asgardian Hammers. You're going to score more points than last week, but not enough to defeat this guy. All right, that brings us to our game of the week between the Commish and Christian May. That's right, C-SPAM versus the Commish, Daniel Lavoie. Who's going to win this one? I know. Daniel Lavoie is 110 to 88. That's because Daniel's team looks very good. I believe that if he can just get a good running back on his squad, I think he'll be the favorite to win the championship this year. I mean, especially if Josh Gordon comes back. They're saying that he may get his suspension reduced this year. He's awful. Daniel's awful at running back, but he's taking some risks. Got Justin Forsett. I don't know how he'll do tonight against the Steelers, but if he can get some good running backs on his team and really string some good weeks together, I mean, he could literally blow out everyone the entire season. I even have a football here with Wilson on it. That's right, he has Russell Wilson, who I think is going to have a fantastic game this week. He's going to throw the ball for some touchdowns, and Daniel Lavoie is going to defeat Christian May. Christian doesn't have a great running game either. Zach Stacy, he didn't look great. That team's going to be playing from behind a lot. They're going to be throwing the ball. Ben Tate is out. He's going to have a rough time. Again, I'm predicting Daniel Lavoie, the commish, to come out on top 110-88. You heard it here first. Wow. Those are some amazing picks. Hope you guys have a great week. Hope no one on your team gets concussed. And of all the touchdowns go your way this week, unless you're playing me. Sorry, Garrett Harris. Bye.